I've just sat here for 5 minutes trying to hide how swollen my eyes are because I just woke up. I decided I'm recording today, so I'm recording today. I hope a lot of you are going to choose just to listen and not to watch the video because this, no, I'm not sleeping. This is just how my eyes look when I wake up in the morning. Welcome back to another episode of the Choecast. I am your sleepy English teacher, Miss Choi. Ironically, the topic I wanted to talk about today is mind your own business.
Johnny has 19 bottles of dish soap, and he gives Gina... Wait, why does Johnny have so many soaps? Mind your business, David!
I don't mean this in a critical way of, oh, you're really nosy, you need to stop being curious. I think curiosity is a beautiful thing. I love that you guys have questions. And this is not just because I'm a curious person myself, maybe, but more it's because the nosier you are, the more miserable you're going to make yourself. Because I feel like nowadays the way we get the bulk of our information is through social media and the internet, and everything that's on the internet is curated in a way. It's not in its natural raw form. There's a certain amount of editing and preparation that goes into everything, which means that you can't really always believe that it's really the state of things. For example, what is this, episode 14 of the podcast? God knows why I've chosen to record my face for this. I could have just made it an audio medium. But it looks like, oh, I got a hat on, I got a sweatshirt on, I'm chilling at home. There is a certain amount of preparation that goes into recording. Yes, the hats are to cover my roots that are coming out, but also it's to cover the fact that like I don't have this face is not prepared. You know, there were days where I recorded the podcast with my hat on because I didn't wash my hair that day. You know, that's how it is. My face looks kind of decently presentable right now is because I got a ring light. Like it only like there's there's a certain amount of editing that I do. I cut out the parts where I stop to yell at the phone ringing. I cut out the parts where I like blank out and I sound like an idiot more so than usual. And so it makes it sound like I'm this really eloquent person that really knows what I'm talking about. But in reality, I've chosen the clips and I've moved things around to make it sound better. So in the same way, you know, everybody's going to present their best face online. And I think that's okay because what stays online stays there forever. And that's why you want to be selective about what goes up on your accounts. You don't want to be remembered for that meme of that kid that's like, if you it's that, you know.
Have you ever had a dream that you had you could do so?
You want to be remembered for sounding good and looking good and being the best version of you. But I feel like we all do that for ourselves, and then we forget that everybody else does that too. And then when you look at things online, you go, oh, look at this wonderful life that this person's living. Look how beautiful they are. Look how muscular he is. I could never get that muscular. Look how skinny this girl is. Look how beautiful her body looks. Psst. Editing, Photoshop, the lighting, the angle that you take pictures at, it looks very different depending on that. So that's what I mean by mind your own business. It's not a personal attack on anybody. It's more of something to be mindful of, the fact that you should, in moderation, look at other people online, because then what happens is you start to compare yourself to them. And I don't know, in some cases that really motivates people to be better, but I think in a lot of cases it just makes people sad. I feel like because we have so much time on our hands, we tend to be on social media more. My phone and my computer, they give me screen time reports, and every week they're like, your screen time has gone up, and I'm like, yeah, because we can't be anywhere but in front of a screen. This is just more like a PSA because I'm worried about you guys. And to be really honest, it's not just you, it's also my fellow teachers. I don't know if you guys know this. There are like some teachers who are really big on social media, especially on Instagram, and they're really famous for making really awesome lesson plans, and they upload them online and people people buy them, and they lead workshops and they have blogs and websites and people love them. Even during remote teaching, they're up there, like this is what I did for remote teaching right now. Here's what my kids are doing. Here are all the messages my students send me. Here is this beautiful online conference that we all did together. And then, you know, the teachers who don't do that or can't do that kind of sit there and they're not really inspired mostly. They kind of feel like shit. And they go, oh, I'm a shit teacher. Some of them are probably, but some of them really aren't. They're comparing themselves and they're making themselves feel bad over something that really is out of their control. And I think it's funny because we talk about how, oh, teenagers with social media, they have to be careful. I feel like adults need to be just as careful. I think because adults think that they're not as vulnerable to social media stress, they aren't as careful when it might be worse for them, honestly. Yeah, but I'm not offended by any of that stuff, I'm conscious of the fact that a lot of you guys right now are juggling a lot of different responsibilities. I know that you don't have the best Wi-Fi at home. I know sometimes you're sharing one device between all of your family. I know there's just a jillion factors in your lives, and I feel like adding that stress on top of that of, oh, well, so and so that I follow on Instagram is doing this fun thing and I'm not getting to do that. Listen, it's fine. It's your life. Your life you're living right now is the life for you. Don't compare it to somebody else's and say it's not good enough. It's just not the same thing. It's just different. That's like if I was drinking coffee in the morning and someone came in drinking orange juice and I go, oh, well, you don't have milk in that orange juice, therefore it's bad. It's like, no, it's just a different drink. It's mind your own business.
Mind your business, David!
Yeah, I used to get so upset because when I was younger, when I was in high school, college especially. I guess when you're in high school, you're kind of in your bubble. So your friends from high school, they like your stuff and you comment and it's fun and whatever. But then when you go to college, it's a lot bigger and there are more people and you meet different kinds of people. And I started to meet people in college who would get hundreds of likes on their stuff. And I was like, oh my God, how do you have so many people liking your stuff? Then I realized it's because they knew a lot of people. So when I got to college, I was like, I'm going to meet a lot of people. I'm going to reach out. I'm going to make a lot of connections. And I really did start to get a lot of likes on my posts, like more than I've ever gotten before. I loved it. It was so, I felt like I'd accomplished something big because, oh, this many people liked my post. This many people commented. I'm liked. I'm popular. I think back on it now, it's only been like a few years. Look back on it, I'm like, why? Why did I, why did I care? Almost none of those people are my friends anymore. I think a select few of them I still talk to, but mostly they're just passing people who probably honestly were liking my stuff because I like their stuff on social media too. It was hollow acknowledgement. It wasn't anything valuable. And I was even posting shit that didn't matter. I was like, it's like, I got a haircut. I'm so blessed. Like, shut up. And, I would go on other people's accounts and be like, oh, well, this person posted this kind of thing. Maybe I should post that kind of thing next time so I'll get the likes too. And maybe I did, but man, I feel like a dumbass now looking at it. Like, what were you doing with your life? You're in college to study. You should go study. I feel like half of these episodes are just me self-roasting myself in the past, but I think this is very necessary. As you get older, you're going to start to feel cringy about parts of your life, and that is completely normal because that just means that you've grown from that person that you were before. It doesn't mean that the you in the past was an idiot, maybe, kind of, but that's not really the point. It's not that that person was a horrible person. It's because you just didn't know as much. You didn't have as much life experience, and you've grown and you've learned from your mistakes, and that's why you're kind of like, oh, that's cringy. So that may or may not be why every once in a while I go on Facebook and I just delete stuff from like high school because I just don't want that out there. Like, I don't think I've posted anything offensive, but it's just no one cares. It's embarrassing. Why did you put that? Why are you putting XD in your writing? Just stop. That's kind of the thing. Like, social media, be careful of how much you consume, and also just mind your own business. Don't care about people so much. They really, it's all fake. It's all fake. It's 100% fake. Some of my closest friends have really nice social media accounts. They have all these beautiful postings. They, on their Instagram stories, they put all this really sweet stuff. girl, I know for a fact your life is in shambles. Don't even. They'll literally be like, I had such a wonderful day. I'm so cheerful and glad. I literally just texted you and we literally just talked about how everything is a dumpster fire. Just this isn't me calling them out and saying, oh, you're fake. It's just that this is the culture. You put your best face forward, you put your best foot forward. Foot? Face? You put your best version of yourself forward online, and then the people that really know you are like, that's not necessarily true. I don't think the solution to that is to call people out on social media, put them on blast and go, you're fake. When I see something like that, usually I end up texting that person and I go, hey, like, you okay? Everything okay? And they'll be like, no. And then we have that private conversation. And that's my way of checking in with my friends to make sure that they're okay. Yeah, everyone's fake as hell. You know what? Let me check my Instagram right now. I'm going to look through my archive to see my stories because I have an example of this. Oh, wow. I haven't been posting a lot lately. I've just been posting a lot of stuff about Animal Crossing. When I started recording those videos online for you guys for the Apex units because you said you were having trouble with them, I posted on my Instagram story. This is like my thing that I did. I also included screenshots of my PowerPoints. And was it because the moments were funny? Kind of, but also was I flexing a little bit to say, hey, look at this cool thing that I'm doing with my classes online? It's a little flexing. I can be honest with myself. Did I do it necessarily because I thought I was better than anybody else? No, I just wanted to show off a cool thing that I was doing. Did I post about all the time? Oh, here, I'll give you guys a bonus. This is what my hair looks like when I wake up in the morning. uh, I include the things on my stories that are going to make me look like a better teacher and a slightly less dysfunctional human being. I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with that. I'm not making up lies about people. I'm not trying to hurt somebody. I'm just trying to be me. But I think we have to be mindful of that. The fact that there's a certain amount of curation. I think that's the word for it. It's curation. When you have a museum and people donate artwork to it, you don't just slap everything up on the walls. They need to clean the pieces if there's some kind of damage to the artwork or if it's older or if it's just dusty. They need to figure out where are we going to put it. They have to find good lighting for it to make it look better. Are we going to put it up high? Are we going to put it up low? It's just all about where we place it and how we place it and how are people going to see it. And I think that's the same for social media. So just know that it's curated. It's not natural. Even people that take selfies and they wake up in the morning, they're like, just woke up like this. Like, lady, I know you opened up all your curtains to get good lighting. I know that you fixed your hair, you brushed your hair, you put on like a little bit of lipstick to look a little bit less nasty. And I know you like arranged yourself to look as beautiful as possible. It's okay. We've all done it before. There's nothing wrong with that. Because you do it, know that everybody else around you does it too. The exception is when your friends send you really ugly selfies of themselves. That is intentionally made to be ugly. That's real. That's real. But everything else, it's curated. So just don't let it get to you. The reason why I made this video is because it kind of got to me the other day when I saw those really great. I'm like, yeah, look at this like virtual thing that I'm doing with all my students. Everyone's participating. Meanwhile, I'm like, I got one text today and the text just said, miss my quiz lock. Like, when I give myself that reality check, I say, okay, here are the 10 different things that I know are true. Am I still feeling that same way that I just felt before? And the answer 9 times out of 10 is no, I'm good now. But, the one time where I go, no, I still don't feel good, usually that's when I reach out to a friend and I send them the post and I'm like, can you talk some sense into me? And then they'll reply with something like, oh, this person is fake as hell, or this person's in a rich district, or this person, like maybe they photoshopped in the faces. You never know. So yeah, just be careful about that relationship with social media because I feel like there is a connection between that. Just if you fall too much under that illusion, it could start to really hurt you in this space here, and that's not good. You got to take care of this. Yeah, your body's important, but this space up here, this is just as important too. So just, I guess this is kind of like a self-care thing too, if you think about it. Anyway, I'm going to stop. I was going to record the next episode, but it's windy and I need my coffee. I need food. So this will be going up on Monday, I believe. Do your best. But by do your best, I don't mean do a million different things of work in a day. That's not what I mean. Do your best, just more be your best, I guess would be the better thing to say. Be the best version of you you can be. And if being the best version of you you can be means that you're having a miserable day, it's okay. If being your best means that you need to take a nap, be your best. Just I miss you guys. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.